Good blessed Throwback Thursday, February the 26th, 2026. The time being 10:10 a.m. I greet all human beings all around the world, 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 all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me, nor like anything that I say, do, nor produce. That's your prerogative. Always remember, you have a First Amendment to the United States Constitution, a freedom of press, a freedom of speech, a freedom to protest, a freedom to associate, and a freedom to gather, long as you do it all in a peaceful and non-violent manner. Now, if you are felons, you probably want to check with your local law enforcement officials to make sure you're not violating any local laws dealing with any of the above I just mentioned. If you're on probation or parole, you want to do the same to make sure that you're not violating your probation or your parole. But I'm here today in Charleston, Missouri on the northeast side. I'm on 6th Street, where 6th Street ends into this park. It's called Frank Hequembourg Park. And then it says the city of Charleston, Missouri. A nice park. Got ducks, it got a pond. And I think the pond is named after Frank Hequembourg too. I think I'm pronouncing it right. The Q sound like a W. But some people say Hequembourg, like the flying bird with the wings. But I'm here for a reason, not just because most people celebrate this month, the shortest month in the year, February, as Black History Month. Anybody know me? Black History, to me, is celebrated 365 days a year, 366 every leap year. But I'm in this park because I'm looking at all the leaders. I wasn't born here. If I lived to see May the 3rd, 2026 this year here, it had been marked 30 years since I've been down here. My dad was born and raised here. His dad, my grandfather, was a sharecropper. He grew cotton. But anyway, this park is named after, when a park is named after somebody, normally it's something that they done did. In most normal cases, you see, because all cases is not normal. For years, they had statues up of Christopher Columbus saying that he discovered America. But his place is now removing them statues because they know Christopher Columbus wasn't a great individual, and he didn't discover America because natives was here already. But Christopher Columbus and those 3 ships he came on and the people that came with him, they was barbarics. They was murderers. They was thieves. They was robbers. They was rapists. That's what they did when they came over here to what they called the new land. They came with nothing. But they left. If you read the history, they left with captives, meaning human beings. They left with merchandise, which they didn't have. They murdered and killed as many as they could. Then they went back to I believe it was Spain, and the queen and king of Spain honored them for what they did. But that's not unusual here in the United States. Now, this park, listen to me real careful. Those that know me here in Charleston, Missouri, anywhere else, before you get to saying that I'm a racist, I'm not a racist. My dad's mother, may she rest in peace, was Irish and black. My 3 daughters are Spanish and black. But I ain't gonna even get off into that. People that know me know I'm not anti-police, because I get the police in this town and anywhere else that do their job. I get credit where credit is due. Anybody that's white, they know that I'm not racist, because I associate with a lot of whites. You see what I'm saying? But I want y'all to look at the history of who this park is named after and tell me. Now, the city allegedly bought the property from the Hequembourgs. I think they said that they were some rich families. A lot of rich families here. Most of them are, ain't no question of doubt about it, racist, those that I know of. But I want you to look at the history of Frank. Let me give you a little history, and then you do some research on what Frank Hequembourg did in 1924 here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. I'm going to give you a little bit of it. One of his family members tell the story. One of his great nephews or somebody, a great niece. But Frank Hequembourg in 1924 here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, Frank Hequembourg and a group of other whites, Frank Hequembourg got his 6-year-old son and put him in the back of the car and told him, I'm finna take you and show you what we do to niggers in this town. Frank Hequembourg, along with some more racists, went to the Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County jail and got a black man out of there by the name of Roosevelt Grisby. Took him out and lynched him, brutally lynched him. In the city of Charleston, Missouri, if I just not finding out about it, the people that live here, I know they knew about it all the time, but how would you have the audacity, but I ain't gonna even say how, but you got the audacity to keep the name of Frank Hequembourg on this park? That's a disrespect to Roosevelt Grisby family. That's a disrespect to us non-sellout blacks. You see, because the black leaders down here, they are sellouts. Malcolm X called them house Negroes. Some people call them bootlickers. Licking the racist white folks' boots, saying, yes, sir, master, still in 2026. Now, you got a organization called down here it's a group of white and black ministers here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. They call themselves the Ministry of Alliance. Now, where y'all at? Where y'all at with this park named after an individual that lynched a black man? I know where you at. I know you don't care. Now, where are all of you other organizations and you blacks that got these particular groups? I ain't gonna even name none of them, but where y'all at? Now, it's an individual that live on this side of town that's black that think he's white. He's the CEO and president of the Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center to stop the gun violence, Fathers First, and all these other programs where he getting millions of dollars, but all his programs is in the black community. Where's he at? Some of you black studies send y'all children over there to help this CEO, this black CEO, to continue to get this money, but that's y'all. But I'm going to take you in the front of the park, and I'm going to let you look. I'm going to let you see some of the park. But I want you to just see and ask yourself, where's these individuals? If these individuals call themselves preachers, the Minister Alliance, I see them on Facebook. I see them in the newspaper, people giving them honor. You see what's behind me, y'all? Y'all see them woods behind me? I already told one of my daughters, she keeps an eye on me. If they hang me in one of these trees, which they threatened to do before on some of my YouTube videos, said that I'm going to be found hung in a tree, you can believe they'll have my DNA on them. Because I'm going to put some bruises on anybody that try to hang me or ain't shooting me from a distance. I'm going to put my DNA on them, and they going to have to go to the hospital. Can't no doctor in no house. They going to have to go to ICU if they make it. But let me give y'all a look at this park. Park look nice, but the name look ugly. Here's the park, y'all. See all these trees back here? Roosevelt, Grisby. I know you're looking down, my brother, but you got somebody from Chicago, Illinois, from the most infamous, most notorious housing projects that used to be in the country, Cabrini Green. Born and raised. I ain't scared of these people. I don't kiss no behinds. I speak up against blacks that do wrong, whites, or any other human being. See all them trees, y'all? Look at that. That tree there is bowing down to me. Saying it's about time somebody come speak up about this here. Look at this beautiful park, man, named after a racist. I don't care if his family don't like it or not, but he a racist. He murdered. He murdered a black man. They cowardly went in there like they did Emmett Till's. Now look at that. That go to show you the ducks and the geese ain't racist. You got a black and a white one walking together. You see that? Look at that. Look at that. They showing out for me. They letting you know. They listening. Why can't human beings do the same? You see, Frank Hequembourg, he wouldn't appreciate that black duck. He probably would kill it because he didn't think it should have no history down up in here. I just want y'all to see. You don't hear these so-called black leaders speaking up about this here. Y'all come to this park. It's on 6th Street. Look at that. Look at them two brick geese over there. That's so small it look like it's written in Chinese. Now they might bar me from this. Charles, Missouri Housing Authority barred me from the Housing Authority just for exercising my First Amendment right of freedom of speech. But let's go in the front and see what this thing named after. Now Google up and you ask all of these leaders that be up in 700 Elm Street, South Elm Street, or 700 South Williams Avenue in the C.F. Bowen Center, used to be formerly known the Lincoln School. Ask them why they're not protesting about this park named after Frank Hequembourg. Just ask them, y'all. This park is on Sherwin and North 6th Street. It is here. Frank Hequembourg Park. Public welcome. City of Charleston, Missouri. A murderer. A racist. a man who went into the jail in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, pulled out a black man. I believe he was in his 20s. Roosevelt Grisby, brutally lynched him. And here his name stand. And you see at the bottom, City of Charleston, Missouri. You know, I've been talking about the racism here for the past 30 years. I showed y'all the geese. You can see them, their heads at the corner, the black and white, they sticking together. The other ones ain't sticking with them, but they sticking together. But I'm gonna get ready to leave. I just figured before Black History Month for you to celebrate Black History just in February, I just wanted y'all to see where the blacks stand here, especially your black leaders. Ministry Alliance, what do y'all think about this here? Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center, CEO and all your members and employees, what do y'all think of this? Masons here in Charleston, Missouri, what do y'all think of this? Preachers, black and white, what do y'all think of this? Any man or any woman that stand for justice, what do y'all think of this? City Hall, what do y'all think of this? Charleston, Missouri Police Department and Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Sheriff Department, what do y'all think of this? I know what I think of it. I think it's a shame, it's a disrespect to all non-sellout blacks. It's a disrespect to Roosevelt Grisby's family. Y'all don't teach y'all children. I'm gonna teach my 2 daughters, and if I live to see my grandson get old enough, I'm gonna teach him not just about this park, but the way this city been ran for hundreds of years. Peace be still.